Everyone, welcome to St Mary's Park today. It's Southampton versus Leicester City, and the start of the new season for these two teams. Leicester City, not the best of seasons last time round. They've survived the Premier League, but they've sacked their manager Maresca, and they've called up upon Gary O'Neill now, former Wolves manager. So they'll be hoping to survive this season, because I feel like they're going to struggle a little bit. But for Southampton, they did well last season. They've got a new manager as well. One that's very well known in the Serie A, actually, Massimiliano Allegri. I might have said that wrong, sorry if I did, but he's I feel like Southampton are in good hands with a manager like that. And you know what? Let's just see how things go, because we can't judge any team. We can't judge any team until we've seen what they can do. Matchday 1 is always the most important match day. One of the most important ones. One of the most important match days is Matchday 1. You want to get off to the ground running. If you get off the ground running, win the game, you've got confidence to build for the rest of the season, and you know what you got to work with. So hopefully this is going to be an entertaining game today. The Southampton kick us off at St Mary's, and here comes Amasia from Manchester United last season. Didn't quite work out for him during his time, and that's going to be a foul for against let's see, and quick talk to, but let's watch the replay. Yeah, definitely not ball there. Definitely did not get the ball there. See what Ward-Prowse will do with it. Sends it in and cleared away. Ward-Prowse. We know how good Ward-Prowse normally is at free kicks, but sometimes you just don't get them right all the time. No one gets everything right all the time. Gulamara. He takes a shot, and good save by Ward. And as we know, Gary O'Neill's going to be Gary O'Neill. The one good thing about Gary O'Neill, he knows relegation battles. Relegation battles is a thing he's been fighting with Wolves last season. And even though they did survive, he still got sacked by them. But I'm not saying he won't do well at Leicester City. He might just give Leicester City enough firepower, especially if he makes a few signings this season. Because so far, Leicester City have not made a single signing, but that doesn't always mean they can't make one until the end of the transfer window. And here comes Southampton with Kyle Walker-Peters. Cuts it back to Danny Ings, and good save by Jed Ward. And I do have to note, the new manager of Southampton, Massimiliano Allegri, he's made quite a few signings for Southampton for the start of this season, and a lot of them are quite good, especially Danny Ings. He knows the club very well. He had his prime years were at Southampton, I would say. Decent header, but couldn't keep it down, and it goes on to the net, top of the net. And there's Jed Ward, sends the ball up the pitch. Southampton win the battle. And it's Danny Ings. A good thing about Danny Ings, he knows all aspects of the game. He doesn't just score goals, he helps the team in the build-up. Here comes Southampton again, and sends it back. That was brilliant. I'm going to say that now. The build-up to that was brilliant, and it's one of the debutants that gets it. Lincoln has just scored for Southampton at St Mary's Stadium in front of the home crowd. But let's watch this replay. I am really impressed. I'm really impressed. To be fair, that pass Danny Ings did, that put off Leicester City. I'm going to tell you now. I think that put off Leicester City quite a bit there, because they thought Danny Ings was going to pass to Lincoln directly. So that's why they looked a bit confused when he passed it to the winger. But now it's 1-0. Very smart football, and Danny Ings very smart with how he played that one out. Danny Ings in the box. He could get this header. No, he's headed away, but Southampton can get it back. But no, Leicester keep it. Leicester need to really get the ground running this season, because last season they were not the best, and we do know how Leicester City can play well, but Maresca, his football wasn't the best. Gary O'Neill's got to change that now. But Leicester City are getting pinned back quite a bit, so we don't know if Leicester City can keep it up this season. It could be the factor that Leicester City are just going to fight another relegation battle this season, and probably even be in the relegation zone by the time the season ends, which would not be good for Leicester City, especially since what they've done in the past few years. But here comes Kyle Walker-Peters now. Cleared away, and Ward-Prowse manages to keep the ball for Southampton. A great pass to Lincoln, but he just couldn't find the space, couldn't get it onto his right foot there. As tried to press him. Southampton got to keep the press on. It's one of the things the new manager is going to be wanting Southampton players to do, is to keep the press on. So far, not really been the best. Tried to slide in, but that's left the defender for dead there. Great challenge. And Southampton once again with the ball. And Miyoshi. Sensei now to Miyoshi, the one who got the assist for Lincoln. He's going to cut it back, and Danny Ings, and it's 2-0. And of course, it's got to be Danny Ings. On his return to Southampton, his return to St Mary's, it just had to be him. And of course, we watched the replay. Some good football. I tell you what, this is some good football for Southampton. If this is how they're going to be playing all season with Messerano, I can see him going places. I can see him going places this season. They could probably get Europe if they keep this up. But we're not going to say too much, because it is only match day one. And what can happen during the season? Injuries can happen and all that, departures. But Southampton, with what they have right now, is doing well. And Ward will quickly go at that. He'll send it for Brett. Oh, nice. But Carl Walker-Peters, he's got that one. He's too quick. He's too quick for players like that. In the end, so he's got to step up if he wants to stay in the squad, because he's had some iffy seasons in the past few years. And it's going to be half time here. Southampton leading 2-0 against Leicester City at St Mary's Stadium in front of their home crowd today. And of course, Danny Ings is one of the players who scores. Look at this: 2 shots, 1 goal. Conversion rate 50%. He's doing really well. And of course, he's linking up with the field of play. Southampton 2, Leicester City 0. And as we get into the second half, Leicester City kick us off. As Leicester City fight to get this game back on level terms. But it's not going to be easy for Leicester City, especially with recent form they've had. As it's a throw-in for Southampton. And Southampton will probably be quite alright with playing a more slower build-up. They don't have to rush. They're leading 2-0. They don't have to rush. As Southampton really good on the build-up there. That's the first time I've really seen Danny Ings just misplace a simple pass there. But Kyle Walker-Peters, very good. And he's done it again. Oh, but he's got it. If he's going to be anything like the first half, he's got to keep up his performance. Leicester City trying to get forward, but pinned back again. That's a good ball. Good save by Bazuru, and he grabs it straight at him. But those balls, anything can happen with balls like that. But at least he didn't let it down. But again, another sloppy pass. The second half, it's been a bit sloppy in passing in this second half. And yeah, defending wasn't the greatest there. And he's going to hold him off. He's going to for in. And here comes the rest of the substitution. Marco Brighton is coming on for Mendy. Well, they've got to try something, haven't they? They really need to get something from this. And well, that didn't quite work out for Leicester City, whatever they were trying to do there. Nice back heel from Surisu, and here comes Marassia. And to be fair, I think the Leicester City players are kind of sweeping there, because they've just let Marassia run on through. He's going to cut it back, and there goes Danny Ings again. 3-0, and I tell you what, the Leicester City defence, they're all to blame for that one. They are all to blame, because what happened there, it looked like they were sweeping, like the whole back line. There's not like one or two players, it's like the whole back line. Like, as we watch the replay, very good cut, very good pass from Marassia to Danny Ings, who scores his second goal on his return to St Mary's. But the problem is, that Leicester City defence, if it's going to be like that all season, they might as well say hello to the EFL Championship, because there is no way you can let something like that happen. Can't let yourself sweep like that. Here comes Southampton again. Sudamana. Nice skills from the youngster. And he passes it to Danny Ings, who comes deep to correct. And Kyle Walker-Peters, he's not done too bad so far. Well, Sudamana's going to try a shot, but just too far up. Too far high. Would have been a good one if he could have kept it on target, but didn't work out. And Leicester City sent a long ball up the pitch, but won the header. But Leicester City still have it. Great defending, great defending. They read that well. Both defenders there read that well. Great pass to Sudamana. And Danny Ings, almost got it to Danny Ings there. Just didn't quite get enough on it. Didn't quite get the space. But Leicester City are being pulled back. They can't be pulled back. They need to score goals. And great interception by Kyle Walker-Peters. And here comes Marassia again, who could score. No. Let's watch the replay on that one. I don't think that was a very good one, Matt was. No, I think you should do a lot better there. Should be a lot better from an angle like that. Needs to re-score on target. Just had to get the call on that. But they won't complain. They're winning 3-0. No need to complain. But it would be good for goal difference if they added a few more goals. Goal difference is very important. It's like an extra point sometimes if you have a goal difference. And Mara trying another shot. This time it was blocked. Leicester City trying, but Bode did well. Oh, nice skills from the youngster there. And he's going to have to pass it again, but James Ward-Prowse is there. But too slow from Ward-Prowse to touch, and he was too slow to react to it as well. Not good enough. He's got to do better than that. It's just that's basically mean Leicester City can break it. Oh, but good save by Zuru. Leicester City making another substitution. Wilfred and Ndidi. Probably one of the most important players on the team at the moment. It's getting subbed off. And Southampton have decided they're going to make a substitution too. Sudamana coming off. And Giorano coming on. Probably for more defensive support. Just to seal the game off. If they keep a clean sheet, that would be good. Oh, we're on the breakaway. Could do something here. Should have been better. Should have been way better than that. It was poor. Poor, that was. The break was too poor. And it's just going to kick it out. So that means it's going to be full time. And Southampton win 3-0 at St Mary's. A good start under the new manager, but for the other team, Leicester City, not a good start for Gary O'Neill. A lot to work with there. Especially with the defence that read that third goal. Not good enough from Leicester City today. And as things stand, it looks like Leicester City are going to be being in the same situation as last season. Gary O'Neill needs to change things. Southampton 3, Leicester City 0.